good morning. Hello, all of my Unity friends. Welcome to Sunday, September 27th. Let me just start with my pows and my wows. I'm very excited that the temperatures have gotten a little bit cooler. I've enjoyed working in my yard, connecting with nature. You know I love to do that stuff. So that is my wow, just getting outside. I planted some perennials, so that's great. And my pow is going out to everybody. It's for all the folks that have been affected by COVID-19, which is pretty much everybody, and how we're adjusting and how we're being flexible. I'm just sending prayers for that continued understanding. Our lesson today is called Living an Awakened Life. And the intention of this lesson is for us to learn how to live life to its fullest and to live and make every moment the most it can be. Our affirmation today goes right along with that, of course. And it says, I have fun every day. I don't waste a minute. And children have more fun than adults. I know that sounds kind of cliche, but you guys just know how to do it better. It's the truth. And you don't waste a minute. And sometimes adults need to remember, live the life you have today. Not guaranteed it's going to be here tomorrow. So just live it up. Now our story today is called World on a String. There we go. And it's by Larry Pfeiffer. It is a children's book, and I shall read it to you. Deep in the forest, Charlie found a balloon, big, red, and bright like the moon. He spun it around like the world on a string. He twirled it and whirled it and made it swing. He flew it up high and floated back down. He bounced through the trees like a ball on the ground. He walked it home with his head held high, and everyone cheered as he passed by. It's beautiful, they shouted, the best in town, the brightest red and the roundest round. Charlie gave it a bath and rubbed its head. He hugged it tight and then put it to bed. Even in the dark, it glowed big and bright so that Charlie could watch it all through the night. I love you, whispered Charlie. You're my favorite thing. And his balloon spun around like the world on a string. From that day on, they were always together. Fun was more fun and good times were better. They ran around town, they swam in the pool. Charlie tied it up and took it to school. Charlie loved his balloon. It was very best friend. They played every day. It was fun without end. Then, one night a storm came rumbling down. It cracked, it thundered, it shook the ground. Charlie tried to keep his balloon by his side, but the wind blew too hard and his balloon came untied. Charlie jumped up and he reached into the stormy sky, but it was too late. His balloon flew too high. "Please come back," cried Charlie. "I didn't mean to let go." But the sky didn't shine and the clouds didn't glow. Charlie couldn't believe his friend was gone. His face wouldn't shine and his light wasn't on. He imagined his balloon far from home, caught up and tangled and all alone. Then suddenly, Charlie remembered his balloon, how it shined in the night like the beautiful moon, how it lit up the dark with the spin of its string, how it twirled and it whirled, how it loved to swing. Then he imagined his balloon above a moonlit sea, far higher than the highest balloon tangling tree. "I miss you, friend," he whispered into the day, "but I know your light was meant to fly." He closed his eyes and started to dream, and his world became a balloon on a string. Charlie looked around, and to his surprise, stars were actually balloons holding up the sky. And there in the night, he found his friend, shining big and bright in a world without end. "I love you," whispered Charlie. "You're my favorite thing." And his balloon spun around like the world on a string. And there, the last picture is a universe filled with balloons. It's a nice story. Excuse me. Now, our questions for this. Well, we know that Charlie found his balloon in the forest, and after he found it, he became attached to it. It became his friend. He took it everywhere with him. And people that saw him said that's the brightest, the roundest balloon ever. And so everyone liked the balloon. Now let's see here. When he found the balloon, how did he feel, do you think? Well, when I make a new friend, I'm pretty happy. He had somebody to spend time with and someone to share his days with, so I think he was happy. I think he was even proud because everybody loved his new friend. So then the storm came, and what happened during that storm? The storm was very, very windy, and the balloon became untied, and it floated away. And the next question asked, what was Charlie worried about? What did he think was going to happen to his balloon? He thought the balloon would become tangled and get caught in a tree, and that he'd be all alone. So that was his worry. And then at that point of the story, I think Charlie was feeling a little down. He was missing his friend, and he became attached to this balloon, and I think he was very sad. Then he worked through his feelings, and his attitude started changing. And then what happened? He started using his imagination, and he started picturing his balloon as one of the stars, and it was helping hold up the sky, and the world was twirling with him. And here's the last question, and it says, how does looking for the good help us to live a happy life? Well, I personally am an optimist, kind of always have been, and I always try to look for the happy and what's happening around me, even if it's not the best time. You know, there's got to be something good going on. And I think just having that attitude has helped make me have a happy life. Now, our spiritual principles that go along with this, it says, by living fully present in life, we are able to create the life that we desire. So you gotta be present in the moment. And again, now our affirmation said, I have fun every day. I don't waste a minute. And I really hope you don't. You know, because no day should be wasted. It should be lived to its fullest. Oh, I skipped our creative activity. Now, our abundant activity today is, it's abundant life blessings. And basically what you can do is write down all your abundances in life and your blessings. And you guys are so many. If it were me, I would start with my family members first, and my pets, my home, and my friends, and then I would go on from there. Those are just some suggestions for you. And I just want you can draw them if you can't write. Maybe mom can help you do it, or dad. And sometimes another way to do that is with a gratitude journal. Some people have one of those and they say what they're thankful for every day. And it could just be as simple as, it's not simple actually, but having hot and cold running water, having electricity when you turn the switch on, having food on your table. Those are wonderful things to be very thankful for. Now, as you go into our next week, I want you to know that you're loved, special, and important to me. Make it a great week, guys, and I'll see you next week. Namaste.